Mars is a mysterious place. Scientists are trying to solve it because according to scientists, Mars used to be Earth-like planet long time back. But something unusual happened to that planet that caused this planet barren and alien. Scientists' best hunch about the Mars is global warming. And now the scientists are trying to solve this mystery, to solve the climate-related problem back home on Earth. Something is happening to Mars. Something regarding imbalance of ratio of solar energy that absorbed by Mars and released by the planet. And that adverse energy budget is fueling dust storm in the red planet. The study has been published by Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America. So we will going to discuss in detail some questions. What is exactly happening on Mars? Why Mars events are synonymous to Earth? Why we humans are examining the Mars so closely? How Mars dust storms related to the Earth atmosphere and Earth climate change? As I said, the Mars is a mysterious place. We humans are trying to solve this mystery out of curiosity. But the question is why we humans are so curious about this planet. Because we have learned that until 3.5 billion years ago, the dry and the toxic planet we see today might have been as habitable as Earth once. So now we think we can make it habitable because we have to make our home uninhabitable and we have to do it. Then otherwise all the human beings will going to die, will going to perish because of our own cause. The space agencies are trying to explore Mars by sending satellites and rovers on Mars. NASA is leading the way in this expensive adventure. NASA has already sent more than 50 orbiters, rovers on Mars. NASA has been examining the Mars closely since 1960s. USSR also examined Mars. The latest rover that the NASA sent to Mars is Perseverance along with a helicopter called Ingenuity. NASA is also trying to bring back some sample to Earth. NASA is doing this kind of examination because they want to send human to Mars in 2030. Now we need to focus on our subject. The subject we have started about the dust storm. We need to examine the sandstorm on Mars to understand how it will going to help us, to understand the reason behind the climate change and what natural factors driving this climate change apart from cosmetic factor. Cosmetic factors means we humans are destroying our own climate. Apart from that, what are the natural factors that are affecting our climate we can learn from the Mars. The radiant energy is fundamental metric for any planets. The global pictures of the Mars emitted power can be provided or available based on observation from multiple missions. Based on the Mars energy budget, it can be suggested that there are energy imbalances at the time scales of the Mars season. Such energy imbalances provide a new perspective to understanding the generation mechanisms of dust storm. A seasonal imbalance of the ratio of solar energy absorbed by Mars and heat released by the planet into space may be fueling dust storm in the red planet. So all these theories and the models at the current time about Mars should be revisited. It should be revisited to make a new model based on newly discovered theories. It is known to us that the Mars is famous for its dust storm. And these dust storms tends to whip up during summer time in the planet's southern hemisphere. The solar heating clearly has something to do with it. A thin atmosphere and elliptical orbit makes Mars specially susceptible to wide temperature differences. It absorbs extreme amount of solar heat when it swings closest to the sun in its perihelion seasons. As its orbit takes further away from the sun, less solar energy absorbed by the planet. Because of that, there is a definite connection between dust storm and the southern summer. But the extreme nature of that storm suggested that it is more complex than we are thinking right now. Now, new research came up on the observation by the NASA's new defunct Mars Global Survey and its thermal emission spectrometer. The Mars Global Surveyor operated 1996 to 2006. The scientists also incorporated the newer measurement of surface temperature from Curiosity rover and InSight lander. Both of them are operating today. They are also working. So, from this research, The researchers found that the dust storms are strongly related to the imbalance between the amount of solar energy being absorbed by Mars and amount of energy in that re-radiates as heat. So something is happening on Mars. It is about the solar energy. In 2001, a global dust storm engulfed Mars, and the Mars Global Surveyor was on the hand to study the storm in detail. And after studying that storm in detail, we have came out some of the observations. The spacecraft found something unusual during that dust storm. There was an energy imbalance between northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, and that energy imbalance was staggering 15.3%. From this outer explanation, we can simply conclude that the extra energy absorbed by southern hemisphere was more than enough to power huge dust storm. Furthermore, the imbalance between day and night is stalling. During 2001 dust storm, the global average emitted heat decreased by 22% from the global average during the day, and during night it was furthermore 29%. The Mars global average emitted power is 111.7 watts per square meter. But in 2001, during dust storm, it was only 89.36 watts per square meter during day and 79.307 watts per square meter during night. You can simply see the difference. From here, we can come to a conclusion. The conclusion is that the presence of the heat absorbing dust suspended in the atmosphere during the storm is partly responsible for its imbalance. But the main cause is the lack of large ocean and thick atmosphere. So Mars do not have oceans. That has been dried out 3.5 billion years ago. But in case of Earth, things are totally different. The Mars is not a planet that has any kind of energy storage mechanism like we have on Earth. We have oceans and a thick climate. But we need to build a model based on Mars because Mars is the Earth twin. The 3.5 billion years ago, Mars had an ocean and a thick atmosphere itself. The Mars ocean dried up over 3 billion years ago, and the atmosphere mostly lost in the space. And Mars now do not have any atmosphere. It has something in nitrogen and some oxygens, but it is not helpful for exhaling. So this history implies that the energy imbalance and the dust storms are products of climate that in Mars. It is absolutely the reason because of the climate change. That is what happened in the Mars. Hence the Mars may provide the preview of what's in store for the Earth. The exploring the Mars radiant energy budget can provide the clues to the planet's weather and climate. It can also provide the data for our own planet and the other planets. But for us, the Earth is very important. Other planets we will going to discuss in the later topic. So we will going to explore the Earth survivability through the Mars data. On Earth, the energy imbalance is very low, which is only 0.4% thanks to our ocean and the atmosphere. But such an energy imbalance plays a critical role in global warming, climate change on Earth. Mars atmosphere is an interesting and attractive talking point on Earth because the Mars is a candidate in our search for a habitable planet. We are desperately trying to shift our living pattern. We are trying to desperately find something like planet. We are trying to make Mars something like planet because we have made our planet uninhabitable. So in my view, we need to explore more and the more for our appearances, for how we appeared on Earth and existence of ours on this very sphere. Recently, NASA and some other space agencies sent the world's largest telescope to explore the origin of universe. Hopefully, they might find something that will going to amaze us. Because we are still illiterate about the solar system's planet. We do not know what is happening on the other planets. We do not know about the Pluto in very much. We do not have any idea about the Pluto, or you only know the picture of the Pluto after sending the horizons. If we be able to explore all the planets and all the moons of our solar system, then we will be able to explore our own origin and the origin of the universe fully. So keep hunting very peacefully without fighting. Now the question. The first question is, which of the following part of the sun is visible to humans? The first option is photosphere, second option is corona, third option is chromosphere, fourth option is core. Second question is, find the Jovian planet among the following. The first option is Mars, second option is Earth, third is Venus, fourth is Uranus. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions about this topic or any other topic I have already uploaded, or any kind of other inquiries, so you can contact me through my email address, which is tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support and thanks for watching.